Hey everyone, real quick, I wanted to apologize. Terraria, both on Tuesday and Thursday, didn't happen. Before this update video, while I was working on it rather, I had two major issues. The first one, my monitor died. I am currently using a temporary monitor, and thank the Lord that I have it. And the other thing is I've been dealing with a series of vertigo attacks. I suffer vertigo attacks from time to time, and they're extremely debilitating. So of course they had to happen at one of the worst times. So I just wanted to quick apologize. Of course, like I normally do, since I missed two of those videos, I will be creating two new videos to take up that lack of content moving forward. And then of course we'll deal with this stuff in the update video happening now. Hello everyone, BT here from theownersgaming.com. I'm going to be talking about the Q1 updates for both the website and of course this YouTube channel. First things first, I want to thank you, the YouTube subscribers and the followers of the website. The site of course continues on because of your support. Now let's get into this update. We have so much to talk about. With the end of last year, I actually audited what I had planned but hadn't yet actually done. And not surprising, it's quite large. Part of the problem is, of course, I have a regular job that has to come first before anything here. And honestly, I really hate that. Anyone who really knows me knows the depth of creativity that I have, and it's almost an endless font, but regardless, time and bills kill a lot of potential stuff. However, instead of completely just abandoning the content planned, there's two things I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to be creating a Patreon for the site, for those of you who wish to help me and support the site and thereby me. And number two, I'm just going to slowly add it in moving forward. Time and money constraints, of course, will affect that, but I don't want to give up any of it. So what is some of the stuff included in that? There are new page statuses, which I've gone back to usually on weekends updating. However, individual pages will be updated either as needed or staggered depending on what they are. There's going to be added or altered mini events. Main events may even see a jumble this year, with some events may be cut altogether or may be changed. There's going to be a few new series for both YouTube and the website, of which I am working on currently. There's also going to be a return to at least 3+ videos or concepts that I've done, but I want to do with better production and post-production. As well as, of course, just a few reviews that I wish I either did or will be able to do. And so all that's going to be woven in as we move forward, instead of just cutting them like I usually would. Moving on, we approach the topic of what's been going on and why there hasn't been a new What's Up With video, or several other content that has been stated or slated within the past 2 weeks. Honestly, this has been to a loss in the family, and on a personal note, death and loss are things that are not easy for me. They're really hard on me, and I suck with dealing with them. So I apologize, but that's what's been up. This being said, I will continue to work to get back into a regular schedule as best and as quickly as possible. So what kind of schedule are we actually talking about, though? Eventually, I will have a rest day of Sunday, but in the interim, I will be editing on Sundays. On Mondays, we will be having a Fallout 3 Let's Play coming out in about a week's time. It'll start on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Currently, we have the Terraria 1.3 Let's Play pre-hard mode, but soon we'll be pausing it once we beat the Wall of Flesh, which should happen next week, and we'll replace it with some vids of Ark Survival Evolved that I played with a friend. On Wednesdays, we will have a What's Up With every other week. On the off week, we will be having something different coming out, and I'll talk about that after this. Again, Thursdays, like I said, is Terraria 1.3, which will fade into Ark for a while. On Fridays, we will have the edited Minecraft series coming out at least every other week until its completion. And then something potentially coming out maybe on the off weeks on Fridays. And of course, finally, we have Saturdays, which currently is BT Plays Darkest Dungeon. And that's going to go on until I cry and give up. And now let's talk about some exciting news. Starting in a month's time, officially, we will be working on a bi-weekly, bare minimum of an hour length podcast titled Four Nerds of the Apocalypse, with me as the host, alongside John Necro, who currently goes on as Exonora on the website, and Turk from the otisgaming.com, of course. The podcast is currently going through some practice runs, and some of it should see the light of day on this YouTube channel. But next month we will be starting that, so I hope you all look forward to the podcast, because I know we are. Also, most likely happening in a month, but potentially longer time, depending on everyone involved, there will be an event hosted, of course, again, by theowners.gaming.com, getting some friends and coworkers together, and we're going to do a Terraria PvP game. And it's going to be exciting because it's going to be pseudo capture the flag, with the teams trying to score the most points by the end of a time. Obviously, the team that does will win, but it's also going to be streamed from both sides, as well as recorded from both sides. Thank you again, everyone. I believe this is the majority of what needed to be stated for the Q1 updates. But before I go, I want to do some shout-outs. The first one is John Heuscher, and I'm sorry if I'm mangling your last name. I seem to do that. He's not only going to be editing the podcast, of course, for your listening pleasure, he is also working on music for this YouTube channel. He's created the level 1 theme music in the Survival Craft videos, and he's also graciously allowed us to use music from his electronic band that he's a part of called Moderation. I've used such a song from them in the What's Up with Symphonia vid. Check it out. Just a quick clarification, John H. is a different person from either John or Necro that are on the podcast. There are way too many Johns in my life, and I understand that, but just wanted to clarify that real quick before we move on to the final shout out. Of course, this final one is another friend, Rookie from Rookie Plays Games. He's returned after a long hiatus of not making videos. He's getting back into a series of Let's Plays. I've been kind of, pressuring him to continue on his YouTube channel. He's got far more subscribers than I do, and I would be remiss if I didn't say something on their behalf to him. He's also going to be a part of the Terraria PvP event, of which I am so excited for. He's going to be on the other team recording from their perspective, so excited. Get excited. Get hype. Of course, check him out. He's really awesome. Rookie. He's chill. He's a good guy. Of course, links to both Rookie and John's YouTube pages will be in the description. Again, thank you, everyone. I'm BT from theowners.gaming.com. I hope to see you all return, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.